Hey guys, that's about Jay, and I am back, and this time I am doing a list of films that disappointed me from 2013. Unlike the top 8, there'll be no particular order, and it's basically going to be 4 movies that didn't live up to my expectations, as well as 4 movies I just fucking hated. Okay, kicking things off with the disappointed list. Man of Steel. Honestly, I actually did really enjoy Man of Steel when I saw it in theaters. I did. I noticed almost all of its damn flaws, and my gripes are very similar to what a lot of people are saying, you know, the shaky cam, the over-the-top religious symbolism, like, we get it, Superman is Jesus. Got it, guys, thank you. I think what really kind of killed this film for me was, I love Zack Snyder. I do. Like, I love 300. I really like the ultimate cut of Watchmen. I really enjoy the extended cut of Sucker Punch. Like, I like Zack Snyder's films. I like the way he approaches directing. Like, he's very stylistic. He has a very good style for action. And none of that was present in this movie. It was like he just kind of reeled himself back in, like he was trying to pretend to be Christopher Nolan. But then, like, he was also trying to pretend to be, I don't know, like District 9, because he had, like, all that shaky cam bullshit, all these pan zooms and shit. And yeah, I don't get it. And yeah, all the style was gone. All of, like, the things that make Zack Snyder films were not there. And yeah, like, it felt like all the creativity had been sucked out of the film, and it's just, like, I appreciate what the movie was trying to do, trying to present this more serious Superman, and I do like a lot of elements of the film, even elements that other people hate. Like, I enjoyed the film, but I really wanted it to be more, and I really wanted it to be more of a Zack Snyder film, and not this weird watered-down thing where he is trying not to be him. Next up we have The Wolverine. Yeah, last year wasn't a great year for comic book movies. Like, The Wolverine was definitely, like, the best one I saw, and it could have been a really great character piece. It was such a good movie for the first, like, 2/3, or probably even 3/4 of it. It was good. It was a good, solid Wolverine movie. Like, I'd say even a great Wolverine movie. And then it kind of just goes off the rails, and it's just like, okay, now he's fighting an adamantium samurai robot thing. But yeah, like, overall, just where things just kind of get all fucked up near the end, it was just like the film just completely loses focus. That Viper character really just felt out of place. And had she not been there, and, like, the giant samurai fight, like, if they had explained that sooner, so that way we had context for what was going on, which I already kind of figured out what was going on, but it was just like, it felt like, you know, they needed to tell the audience, like, yeah, it's that fucker in the suit. Like, you know, and get that plot point out of the way before that fight started. I think that would have helped with the cohesion of that ending. But as it stands, like, you know, great beginning, great middle, serviceable end, made for an overall good Wolverine movie as opposed to a really great one. Next up is The Conjuring. Yeah, like, I love James Wan. I do. Like, you know, and I really liked Insidious 2. I loved Insidious 1. Like, Insidious 1 was one of my favorite friggin' horror movies. Scared the shit out of me. The Conjuring, it was good, but, like, considering how people were like, oh my god, this is, like, the scariest movie in years, and holy shit. Like, I had really high expectations, because it was already James Wan. I already had high expectations based on that, and then people who already knew James Wan's work were just like, oh my god, it's, like, the best movie he's ever directed. I'm like, okay, cool. And honestly, I think this is more of an issue with me, is once all, like, the Christian symbolism starts getting thrown up there, and I understand that, like, you know, that yes, these were real, and I'm stressing with air quotes, real exorcists, you know, and those are the tools that they use, and, you know, that was the exorcism methods that they used. Like, I just started getting taken out of the film. I think that's just to do with the fact that, like I am a staunch atheist, so once all that stuff starts getting brought in, I'm like, oh, now it's a fantasy. And I just kind of got completely pulled out of the movie. I think it's very similar to what happened to a lot of people with Insidious 1, where, like, you know, once, like, the old woman breaks out the gas mask, people are just like, what the fuck's going on? And, yeah, for me, I'm just like, okay, we're getting even weirder into this very weird horror film. And with this, it was just like, oh, now I got into high fantasy, alright, we're doing this now. And it really pulled me out of the film. And I understand for a lot of people, like, if you are of the Christian faith, yeah, I understand how this movie would scare the ever-loving piss out of you. But for me, it kind of pulled me out. Though I will say the ending definitely made up for it. It was intense as shit. But, yeah, just, like, I walked out of it with just kind of this, it was good feeling, you know, like, I wasn't horribly terrified by it. I actually liked Insidious Chapter 2 more. I'm probably in a very weird minority there. Okay, and the last film that left me rather disappointed from last year, Machete Kills. I love Robert Rodriguez. I really do. Like, you know, I love Sin City. It's one of my favorite movies, From Dusk Till Dawn. Like, Machete 1, you know, his half of Grindhouse, and Tarantino's half of Grindhouse too, but, you know, we're talking about Rodriguez here, but yeah, like, his half of Grindhouse. Like, I love Rodriguez. He is awesome. And when I saw the trailers for Machete Kills, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I totally want to go see a movie called Machete Kills. And, like there were parts where it felt like it was trying too hard, and parts it felt like it wasn't trying hard enough, and, like, a lot of the best kills were in the trailer, so there were no surprises, really. Like, it's worth seeing. It's just, it's nowhere near as good as Machete 1, like, anywhere even close. I really hope that it, like, makes enough, because I know, like, it kind of bombed at the box office. I still hope it makes enough to where they get to do Machete Kills in space. I totally want to see that. But yeah, like, Machete Kills itself was serviceable, but it's probably the worst Rodriguez film I have seen. Now, for the movies that I absolutely fucking hated from 2013. I think it's only appropriate to kick things off with Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Yeah, this should really come as no surprise to anyone. I've done 3 fucking videos about this damn movie, and the more times I've seen it and the more I've let it sit in with me, it just pisses me off more. Like, Goku was already kind of like a Mary Sue-ish character, and the Super Saiyan God thing just kind of tipped that thing over for me. It was the most contrived bullshit the series has ever come up with. Like, and the fact that so many people are like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Like, Toriyama's back and he's making great Dragon Ball Z again. And yeah, fuck Dragon Ball GT. This totally retcons it. I'm like, really? Really, you think this is better than Dragon Ball GT? Like I'm not going to go on a pedestal and try to be like, oh man, Dragon Ball GT is amazing. No, like, Dragon Ball GT has its problems. Yeah, bleh. I've said enough about this damn movie. I hated it. Brr. Damn it. The Hobbit Part 2, Desolation of Smaug. I'm probably like one of the few people on the planet that just fucking hated that movie. Like, and honestly, I think it's an issue with me. Once again, kind of like with The Conjuring, this is an issue with me. I think I just don't like Tolkien. Or at very least, I don't like adaptations of Tolkien's work. I didn't really care for the Lord of the Rings films when I first saw them, and I really didn't care for this film. And if you're wondering, well, why'd you go see The Hobbit Part 2 if you didn't like the fucking Lord of the Rings? It's like, because I liked The Hobbit Part 1. I did. Like, there was a lot of parts of that I genuinely enjoyed, and I was just like, man, now that I got to see, like, the prologue, I can't wait to see for this, like, shit to just get real in this movie, and it's gonna be awesome, and, like, I'm really liking these characters, and God, it felt like there was so much fucking filler in this movie. Like, I haven't even read The Hobbit, and I can tell, like, a lot of that elf bullshit was just kind of shoehorned in there, and apparently all that orc bullshit's shoehorned in too, and I really wish that Del Toro had made The Hobbit like they were going to, because it probably would have been like one 4-hour movie, and I probably would have really enjoyed that. But yeah, once again, I think it's just a personal failing on my part that I cannot appreciate the genius that is Tolkien and the world that he has created. Next up is Iron Man 3. Like I said, this was not a good year for comic book movies, at least for me. I was not happy with this film. I really liked Iron Man. I really enjoyed Iron Man 2. And Iron Man 3, I get what it was trying to do. It was trying to be kind of a Dark Knight thing, where you take him out of the suit. You focus on the man and not the hero. And, because the man is the hero. I get that. It was cool. I appreciate that. Man, you really dropped the fucking ball with that ending. Well, before I even talk about the ending, just the beginning of the film had such rushed pacing. Just, they were trying to condense so much information. It was just so jam-packed and dense with content. And in the middle of the film, drags so far, where he's just kind of stuck without his suit. And then you get to the ending of the film, and it's this big bombastic battle with firefucker. And I'm just like, what? Why? Like, okay, fine, he can cut through the Iron Man suits. I get that. Fly away and shoot laser. You're Iron Man. Also, if you could call your army of suits, why didn't you do that sooner in the movie? So many things in this movie didn't make goddamn sense. It was just a pile of contrivances just to have this movie. And, like, it tried to end on a bang with a big bombastic battle that ended up making no fucking sense. So yeah, and for the movie that I hated the most last year, the absolute most, Star Trek Into Darkness. Ugh. Now, I'm not gonna go all classic Trekkie on you and be like, like, yeah, Into Darkness is the worst fucking Star Trek film ever fucking made. It's a piece of shit. Fuck it. It can go suck a dick. No. Star Trek V: The Final Frontier is still by far the worst fucking Star Trek movie I've ever seen. Into Darkness was just so uninspired. When it wasn't trying to be just a generic, schlocky, shove popcorn in your face action film for the general masses, it was like sitting there trying to wank off classic Trek fans. Like, look, Khan's in this movie. It's like, okay, and it's like, look, he's all awesome and badass, and look, there's a Tribble. You know what a fucking Tribble is? I'm like, yeah, I've seen Trouble with Trouble, guys. Thanks. Why the fuck is there a Tribble in this goddamn movie? This doesn't even make sense. I didn't even know what how Tribbles were until that episode, and I'm just, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a split, it's an alternate universe, it's a reboot. No, it's a split timeline. It's still the same characters. It's still like the same universe, except it's split off into a different direction. So these are technically still the same characters. You can't just rewrite them from the ground up. And I'm getting sick and tired of seeing certain things like Angry Spock. Ooh, I'm really getting tired of Angry Spock. So many things were lifted from Wrath of Khan. I really did not care for the fact that Khan was this ridiculous super soldier. And before anyone goes, well, he was a super soldier in the series. It's like, yeah, I saw Captain Kirk beat his ass with a pipe. 100 Kirks armed with 100 lead pipes could not take down this version of Khan. He was ridiculous. And yeah, it had this huge disconnect. J.J. Abrams, I really thought, dropped the ball on this. I see where he was trying to appeal to fans. He sure as shit did not appeal to me. Like, if you like it, I understand why people would like it. It is kind of just that fun, schlocky action film with lots of lasers and explosions and CG effects, and people are yelling, so that equals emotion, and that's riveting. To me, it was tripe, and I better get a goddamn Klingon war after this film, because they set up a goddamn Klingon war. I want to see a fucking Star Trek movie with some original content, and I want to see them do something goddamn different where they aren't just rehashing and just trying to fan wank people. It's like, no, make an interesting, good fucking Star Trek movie. Star Trek is interesting. You can do it. Give me a thrilling political sci-fi drama. You can still have all the explosions. Just give me something intelligent to fucking watch if you're going to call it Star Trek. Okay. And that was my list of movies I didn't care for this year. So yeah. I'm gonna get back to work on the DBZ videos and the My Little Pony videos, and you guys can expect those in about a month or so. Till then, see you guys later.